Halaman.
Many legends have been told by sailors aboard early whaling ships of the early 1900s. Tales told of fantastic and horrifying beasts of the seas. Scars often found on whales fueled the whalers' imaginations, sparking thoughts of great and ferocious mystical creatures. What was causing the wounds and scars found on the whales caught in the Antarctic remained a mystery until a chance photo was captured of an attack on a breaching whale. 5 years would pass before the aggressive penguins would be encountered again. The ill-fated Shackleton Antarctic expedition would encounter the deadly penguins of the Antarctic. In 1915, Edward Shackleton's ship, the Endurance, became trapped in the ice of the Weddell Sea. He would record the ordeal in his diary.
The 27th of October 1915. The end came at last about 5 p.m. She was doomed. No ship built by human hands could have withstood the strain. I ordered all hands onto the floe, and as the floe near us was cracking, we started to sledge all the gear. The 28th of October 1915. Just after sunrise. Colony of large penguins off in the distance. They lingered for a short time, then disappeared. Afternoon. While securing camp, the penguins returned, this time closer, quickly disappeared again. After sundown, the penguins came. They took one of the dogs and injured William. The men fought them off and drove them away. The 30th of October 1915. Snowy, high temps, all wet. Worsley self-prospected, found way to find safe old floe. Broke camp 2. I lead pioneer party to break down pressure, drifting and snowing hard. The remains of dog discovered. One of the collies. We may survive the freezing conditions, but will we survive the penguins? Shackleton's diary.
On the 19th of April 1916, Shackleton set out on a 17-day journey in a lifeboat with 5 of his men to reach the whaling station on South Georgia's King Haakon Bay. Shackleton's men who remained on Elephant Island survived another 128 days in the harsh and unforgiving environment. Upon his return to rescue the remaining crewmen, Shackleton found all men had survived. Fighting cold, severe winds and penguin attacks had taken its toll on the men, but they had made it through the ordeal. In 1928, Richard Byrd was tapped by the U.S. government to locate the penguin super colony of Weddell Bay. Byrd was the first man to fly over the North Pole. Under the guise of a photographic, zoological, meteorological, and geological survey, Byrd set off with 2 ships, 3 planes and 65 tons of supplies. Working from a base built on the Ross Ice Shelf, he made several unsuccessful searches for the Penguin supercolony. During this expedition, Byrd became the first man to fly over the South Pole. His expedition returned to North America June of 1930. A second expedition was launched in 1933. Byrd located the supercolony during a 1934 flight.
The birds have been found. Byrd radioed to base camp.
The expedition observed the penguins until their departure in 1935. The colony would hunt and kill seals by swarming and overwhelming their prey. Working in packs, the penguins would take small whales. The penguins would make sporadic incursions into the camp, all of which were repelled. The State Department evidently brought Antarctic problems to the attention of the president. On January 7, 1939, President Roosevelt, in a memorandum to the Secretary of State, expressed approval of cooperative planning on the subject by the State, War, and Navy departments. He suggested including the Interior Department in the planning group. He sought the feasibility of elimination of penguin supercolony at the region south of the Weddell Sea. President Roosevelt feared the recent German expedition to the Antarctic was to capture the supercolony for use in the looming war. What would be the third and final expedition to eliminate the penguin threat was organized by Byrd. Named the Antarctic Survey Expedition, it reached the Antarctic in January of 1940. By the time the expedition was recalled in late 1940, most of the penguin supercolony had been eliminated. The war in Europe cut short Byrd's mission. The remaining colony had disappeared. Penguin experts are unsure if the supercolony will ever reform, or if the penguins of the colony are extinct. Over the years there have been rumors of sightings, but the roaming horde of penguins that terrorized the crew of the Shackleton expedition have slipped into lore.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever or whenever you may be. This is the overnight, and do you say happy April Fools? Or just April Fools?
I don't know. I guess you do.
I was killed once by a penguin, so I don't know how to take that whole thing.
Yeah, we thought that that the overnight would land regularly on the second, and we got the schedule wrong, so we had to make a special one since we already
that was my April Fool's joke on you. I'm telling you had a show.
So we'll just do an open chat tonight.
Penguins are vicious bastards.
This isn't man versus nature tonight.
Whatever anybody wants to talk about is fine. This was all just so I could play my stupid video.
Did you have that produced, or did you find that?
No, I made that. I found clips and pictures and put them together, made a video, wrote an awful script that Baron AI did for me for the voiceover.
Nice.
That goes back. I can't remember. It's a couple of years ago. I think it was on somebody's Discord. Somebody mentioned the penguins. It was either that or might have been a chat. They were talking about penguins. So I'm like, well, fuck the penguins. The cocky little assholes in their little suits. And
best weapon for a penguin? What do you think?
Switchblade, stiletto switchblade. They can whack on it with their little fin-looking wing thing.
To give one or to fight one?
To fight one. Like, let's pretend it's
I thought you were giving the penguin a weapon.
Batman Returns. They have like rockets on their back.
A killer whale.
There you go.
Sea lion.
Penguin will just fly up in the air.
Well, let's see who was out there. Moo. Mr. Movies was out there. Caucasian Sasquatch. Michael Dunn. G-Webs. Ozzy Osbourne. Gunmetal Guy USA. And Woods. I think that's everybody that said anything. So how are you doing, Iron Road?
He's in
Put him
shock
to
from
sleep.
the penguin video.
Yeah, we didn't expect that penguin video.
Yeah, that's why I threw you guys in the back, just so I can play the video. Ozzy said he was raised by penguins, so he's deeply offended.
Penguins are very sensitive creatures. I mean, must have rubbed off on you.
It tastes like chicken with a little fish.
Are they related to dinosaurs like chickens?
I don't know.
Like, aren't all birds dinosaurs? They're a bird, aren't they? Do they lay eggs?
Yeah.
I just realized I don't know what a penguin really is.
Yes, they
Fuck
lay.
are those things?
Wood said the Nazis were there to get penguins 9mm.
Mm-hmm.
And he said all birds are dinosaurs.
Oh, there you go.
Oop, wait.
That means dinosaurs can talk. Parrots.
I do have an artist rendering of what the evolution of the penguins, what eventually they'll turn into.
Oh, there you go.
Where is that from?
That was a Japanese beer company did commercials with the penguins, and then eventually made a movie where they're in Vietnam.
That makes total sense.
Yeah, well, it's Japanese, so
Aren't they kind of the whole reason for the Vietnam War, the Japanese? Because they took over French Indochina.
well,
During World War II.
I don't know. Well, do you blame it on the French for taking it over? Do you blame it on the French for basically turning over administration of the country to the French Foreign Legion?
I blame it on them for wanting it back after they lost it, when they never took it back, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fuck the French.
I don't know. Gary's out there. If you missed the beginning, Gary, back it up and watch the first 7 minutes.
Oh, man. Asking the chicken to watch that show.
So did anyone get fooled today?
Don't
No.
get fooled again.
I haven't left the house. Well,
I've
once
been
I
working
came
on
home,
hot water tank. That's
you
fun.
got fooled.
Yeah, I got fooled by the universe.
What happened to your hot water heater?
It sprung a leak on me, and the drain hole was clogged, so it was. Oh, and my water shut off doesn't work. So yeah, it was a fun day. Basically, everything wrong you can think of went wrong.
I don't know.
I just finished
think a
installing
lot of
it
things
like
can go wrong
10 minutes
without it.
before the show.
You put it in yourself?
Yep.
Ah.
I use tools, but yeah, all myself.
Is it gas or electric?
Electric. 50 gallon.
The
one I replaced was 80 gallons.
Once you get an inline one, it's modern day.
Oh, the tankless?
Yeah.
They require special electrical. I'm not set up for that. I'd have to pull a permit. This is a hot water tank chat now.
I've thought about that, replacing ours with an instant water heater, but the one thing, if you're in a natural disaster, that's 50 gallons of water that you won't have if you have an instant water heater.
You can have
Yep.
both. Go ahead.
Just a friendly reminder, always flush your hot water tank once a year. That will avoid this problem.
Yeah, that's why I was telling Baron earlier that I'll probably replace mine. It's original to the house, so it's 2005-ish. And I don't want to have to deal
You ever
with
flushed it?
No.
You probably got a problem there, brewing. It's just waiting.
Well, yeah, and I've never looked at the rod in it to see if it's still there. So just for peace of mind, I'm planning on replacing it this spring, hopefully.
Iron Road is back.
Indeed.
What's he got 100% of his science information from Red Dwarf. It's a great show.
Was it scientifically accurate, or?
No,
I didn't think so.
I don't think the despair squid is 100% accurate. Yeah, Gary's afraid to go back and watch the beginning.
You got to open 2 tabs. Listen at the same time. Bird's got 2 ears, right?
So do you guys are you guys into doing pranks and stuff? I'm not. Other than just normal everyday being an asshole.
I thought about doing it in the server, but then I realized no one would see it. So I said, fuck that.
Yeah. Gary says, I also have a gadget called a smartphone.
There you go.
He probably has an Apple, probably has an iPhone, so he can only do what Apple allows him to do. I find it really funny, or, interesting that if you look at the The old,
ain't me.
no, I think it's the
That
bug.
ain't my dog.
G-Webs
You
was
look at-
muted.
If you look at the old Apple commercials, the one with the chick with the hammer, she throws a hammer at the screen.
Hmm.
Um,
Sledgehammer, right?
yeah, because they were the underdog and something different, and now if you look at their practices, they're, you don't get an expansion slot. Some of the phones you don't get an auxiliary plug. You don't get this. You don't get that. You get what they give you.
We put Iron Road to sleep.
Other than iTunes, I have iTunes. I don't care for iCrap.
What about the encryption? That's nice.
Which encryption? What encryption?
Well, if you're a terrorist and you shoot a bunch of people up, Apple won't unlock your phone for the FBI.
Oh.
So that's nice.
So what are you working on, G-Webs?
Is that Santa?
Can't
What is
quite
that?
tell.
I don't
Oh,
think he
he's
can
in the
talk
other-
because he's
Yeah.
at the machine.
Yeah. I can't tell what it is. Well, let's blow him up and then see if we can see. Nope, still can't tell. Guns and Waters out there. Good evening.
He does have a point. Is there a none of the above option? I don't like any of them.
Writing a letter.
Flip
The way
phone.
around.
Yeah, I can't tell what that is.
Kind of looks like a Santa, but he's
Is it
spread
a
evil.
fox?
So what are you making?
Oh, that's a patch for somebody's well, it's just a patch for somebody.
Oh,
I'm trying different versions of the colors or whatever, trying to see what, kind of get the, what do you call it, the design figured out. Getting familiar with, what this, just like this, if I delete the picture there, like that size circle, trying to remember whatever the heck number it is, 35, like trying to remember what that equals in a patch, like in real life when it hits the sewing machine.
yeah.
That's one of those things you have to do a bunch of them to get kind of back to that. So that's what I'm doing right now, kind of playing around with some projects. I'll be right back. I'm getting hot coffee also.
So we've got Hisa and Colostomy Bag out there. Good evening. Did anyone say Glock 10 millimeter with a bunch of stick mags? What about FAL, PSL with a red dot? I do really like my G20 with 10 millimeter Glock. It's one of my favorite handguns I have to shoot.
How's the recoil on that? Is it a full size?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't seem bad to me, but you know, I don't know.
I didn't know if it was a compact.
No. I was gonna say I'll show you. I can't show you because I'll get in trouble.
You could show me. You just can't show YouTube. I can still see you.
But yeah, you know, but I don't know, because I'm not a huge guy, but when I look at guns that I shoot versus other people shooting them, and the recoil looks like less for me, I think it's just because of my size. So it's, when somebody asks about recoil, I don't know. I don't
Could be
really
something
have a
else.
problem with it. But
I bet you have a pretty good grip from all your training.
yeah, from all the training. Yeah, but I don't. And some people complain about frame flex with the polymer guns. I don't really notice it, but I do. I am kind of. I prefer metal guns now to polymer. I like the feel better. I like the weight.
Dog can't eat it.
Yeah. It won't melt if you leave it on the dashboard of your car.
I tried gnawing on a Glock a few days ago. I don't know how a dog does that. They're pretty tough.
Oh, excuse me. Dogs will chew on anything. I had a beagle that was high strung, and so when he was left home alone, sometimes he would chew on stuff, like the corner of the wall or baseboard.
Corner of the wall is made out of metal.
Yeah,
that's good. I had a dog that ate drywall. He also ate Christmas lights one year, like a whole strand of Christmas lights. It's like, how the fuck are you not dead?
That beagle. He ate the bra strap. He ate an onion, crayons. It's when you take him out the poop, and then it's a surprise to see what comes out.
You plug the Christmas lights in, see if they still work.
Festive. Gun snobs out there. Ooh.
Oh, you know what we forgot? The Banner.
Oh,
Bruce Banner. We forgot him again.
All right.
Sad Lonely music.
There's email address, untacticalfossil@gmail.com, and a link. There's a couple ways that you can send comments, suggestions, or pictures within reason. And if you watch this in replay, anything we talk about, agree, disagree with, think we left out, you can send a comment or leave a comment. I read all the comments, and they're all appreciated. I almost turned the banner back off. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, Wood said his lab would 1,000% eat a polymer gun. He ate a 2-foot section of his siding.
God damn.
Guns and Water had a St. Bernard that ate a Brillo pad. Gary said, I have leftover Gorn from Friday night show. Not sure if you want it, though. I'll send it. Go and send it. We're just doing an open chat. And if you watch the beginning, go back and watch the beginning. You'll understand why. It's back to the beginning.
Who wins in a fight? Polar bear or penguin. You know, they've never met. Opposite sides of the planet.
Polar bear has strength and claws and teeth, and penguin has.
Numbers.
Oh, you're not talking one-on-one?
No. Whole gang of penguins versus one polar bear.
I would have to give it probably to the polar bear. There was I forget. I think it was on PBS or Discovery. A show on polar bears, and an Inuit. They were talking to an Inuit, older guy who had been attacked a couple times by polar bears, and he said the first time he was attacked, you hold your arm up straight because the polar bear won't turn its head to bite, so it can't bite you. And he pushed it, and it actually lost its balance, fell over, and then ran away. Second time, it actually killed him. So he's 1-on-1. But
was he drinking a Coca-Cola by any chance?
I don't think so.
I hear you can just give them a Coca-Cola and they'll go away.
Snob said, I feel like penguins got drunk and went to the wrong pole after leaving the bar. Now they're all taking turns slapping the polar bear.
Yeah, why don't we just send all the polar bears to the South Pole? Why isn't that a thing?
There's penguins that live off Argentina.
Yep.
And they will steal drinks, cocktails off from the people on the beach.
No shit.
Yeah. So they'll steal their drinks and get drunk. Oh, Wood said that's only the polar bear is wearing a scarf. Then they'll have a Coca-Cola.
That's because there's no laws, and there's also not a penguin-free zone. And if they would just do something that simple, you'd save at least one drink.
Guns and Water has a really good question. Does he get on a list if he Googles Gorn? It looks like you're a Star Trek nerd. Or bad at spelling. One of the two.
My sister-in-law, she is a special ed teacher, special education teacher for grade school age. And she told me years ago that they went on a field trip to the zoo and spent the day at the zoo, then got on the bus, and they were missing a kid. So they found the kid, and the kid was soaked head to toe. So they got on the bus, and then the kids have change of clothes in their backpack. So the teacher unzips a backpack, and there's a penguin in the backpack. The kid had jumped in the exhibit and grabbed a penguin. And they turned the bus around and then took it back. But
I'm surprised the penguins didn't break out and kill everyone trying to get him back.
The zoo in Seattle, they have a little penguin exhibit, and there's a front wall of their little pond for the penguins, so you can watch them swimming around. And now and again, they'll jump out of that.
to feed on the people watching.
Yeah, you have to keep your head on a swivel. Guns and Water said that's why I have a 500 Magnum and a 460. At least that's what I told myself when I bought them. I really want a 500 Magnum.
That's dedication to buy both. I'd have to talk myself into one or the other. Can you imagine stocking up ammo for both of those? Oh my God. That'd be expensive. What is it, like $4 a round?
Yeah, the Snubby 500. It's kind of what I want. They're really cool looking, I think. The Smith & Wessons.
I'd probably get the Snubby 460, and I'd shoot 45 Colt out of it for practice because I'm a cheap bastard.
Wood said a penguin-based horror movie needs to be a thing. Cocaine Penguin.
There you go.
Oh, he said Penguin NATO. Guns and Water said very expensive. Lucky when ammo went up. 500 and 460 were already there.
Yeah, I guess it. You didn't have sticker shock on those. So what's up with everyone doing April Fool's jokes like 5 days before the first? You seeing this? Gun tubers?
I haven't, but I don't know. Are there a lot of them doing it?
At least 3 that I'm subscribed to. I only have like double-digit subscriptions, so
yeah, I haven't really noticed doing it early. But I don't know. Maybe it's just the people you hang around.
could be. Yeah, TFB TV did theirs 7 days ago.
Wood said Cocaine Penguins versus Polar Bear. Guns and Water said Biden and Fetterman are all the April Fool's jokes he can take.
Do you see people saying they've replaced him with a clone?
I was just going to mention that they're showing pictures of before and after. I didn't watch or read or anything like that. It's like, oh, yeah, whatever.
It's just the camera setting.
People do change, and if you look at like Abraham Lincoln when he was younger versus when he was president, his head changes shape, but he had some kind of syndrome that causes that. I don't remember what it was.
Getting shot in the head.
Oh, now Gary's upset. Well, there's 7 minutes of my life that I will never, ever get back.
Internet. Oh, hopefully his internet comes back. Oh, I see movement.
Oh, this is Foss's internet going bad?
Yeah, he's gone. Penguin's got him.
Mine's been bad all for a while now. All right, so is this a good time to do the bracket then, or?
Sure. What'd you bring?
A bracket of, I don't know. Are we still live? I guess I can go look over here and see the comments.
Oh, we're still live.
I don't know who is out there that would be interested in bracketing. But we can certainly get that bracket going.
I can hear the frogs. He's back.
Yeah, I'm looking at the signal strength, and it's borderline.
Got to cut your camera off. That help?
Yes. All right, I'm coming back. There we go. Today, I will effort to change the setup. I will. Terrace Smith's Kitchen's out there.
Is it possible we're going to get a DM Foss patch?
Yeah,
That would be pretty cool.
Did I? At least I never found one.
And for those who came in late, go back at some point and watch the beginning, the first 7 minutes. Gary's favorite part.
I can't wait to see people that don't watch this live and they're catching the replay. How fast it drops off. Viewers from that. What do you think? I think the puppy's having nightmares about penguins.
That's Iron Road.
That's Iron Road.
To be fair, I did have a long day.
It's the best way to do it. I don't even know what day is it. Is it Sunday yet? 15 minutes.
Not for us.
It's close. We still got time to prank people.
I don't know. I'm not big on April Fool's stuff in general.
Where did it come from?
When the calendar changed over to the Gregorian calendar, or whatever the modern calendar is, there were people that still celebrated the first as being the beginning of the new year. So they were called April Fools.
Mm-hmm.
As Gary said, it is the second for everybody east of us. So it's every second matters. And DJ Play and Ice is doing a drive-by.
I don't remember that guy.
Yeah, I don't know if I probably won't have a video for Every Second Matters this month.
How about an Instagram post?
Maybe I thought about it, just trying to get a picture, but I was gonna do a video and I never kept putting it off, and you know.
I got nothing.
Every Second Matters. Yeah.
I might have one of those patches.
I have two. I have this one, and then I have a blue. I gave away all the other ones.
So what was the topic again? We were doing a predator defense weapon.
No, that was the April 1st joke. There's
Oh.
no topic.
It was fake. They love nature. They don't want to kill it.
Yeah.
Screw. Well, gosh darn it.
Make love, not war. Right, Foss?
Foss roped me in.
If I had a choice, yes.
That's what you meant when you said fuck the penguins, right?
Hey, if they consent, then it's legal. Robert Moore's out there. Good morning. Can you grab a link for Tara Smith's community tab?
Sure.
So she has a poll up there. She's deciding on buying a sissy bar or a GoPro. She's going on a trip for her sister's wedding, I think. So she's trying to decide on different setups.
So you're saying she has a poll?
I thought she had a poll up. I can't remember if it was Patreon or on her community
I'm not
tab.
seeing it on YouTube.
Oh, well. Well, if you become a patron, then you can see the poll. Go vote on it. Honchafet's out there. Good morning. Guns and Water wants to know, Tara, how long is the ride? I know she's mentioned it, but I can't remember what she said.
This is pretty fascinating. Watch this patch business. Never seen this before.
It's freaking being finicky. I don't know if the software is too open too long, probably, or something.
I mean, I've seen an embroiderer work, but I've never seen the software. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, it's on her. She has two channels, Tara Smith's Kitchen and Chasing Ghosts. Chasing Ghosts is the motorcycle side. That's where the polls are. Can you grab that one?
I can try.
And she said it's 520 miles one way. Farthest I've ever ridden is about 350.
A lot of channels named that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not seeing a link in her YouTube.
I can see if I got it here. I rode from one side of the state to the other, from east back to the west side.
Found it.
Did you? Okay.
She is sub to herself. That is how I found it. There it is.
Oh, well, I was going to say Iron Road before you go. Is there anything you want to plug? But
I think he wants to sleep.
yeah.
Me too. How much does water weigh per gallon? Isn't it like 8.3 pounds per gallon?
He's back.
Depends on if you get diet water or not. It's got the weight of sugar in it.
Sorry to say, I was gonna say, tap out for the night, guys.
Well, anything you want to plug before you leave again?
Not too much. Apparently there's a new bill that's set for a hearing tomorrow on Monday, or no, yeah, tomorrow. It's still technically Saturday. On Monday, the Oregon legislature, they passed a bill really late in the day, and it's getting ready for its first, or not first reading, but anyways, it's going to be read on Monday. It looks to reinforce and basically amplify the worst qualities of Measure 114. It also has a clause in it that restricts citizens' right to judicial review via basically making this particular clause immune to legal litigation. They're trying to take that out of the hands of citizens, which I don't think you can do. I think it's patently unconstitutional. Trying to include language into a bill was like you can't sue the government to try and overturn this. I mean, that's a new one that I've heard.
It's genius. Why didn't they think of this before? Man, they're really going bonkers.
They are trying really hard. And the unfortunate thing Oregon voters have done themselves is that they voted yes on the measure portion last ballot session to that it disqualifies any current member that's holding office if they have 10 or more unexcused absences, and for anyone that's an Oregon resident or that's close to the Oregon border, you would know that last year during last session, one of the tools that the Republicans did use was deny a quorum, which denied a vote, because at the time Democrats had a supermajority, and even if they showed up, their no votes wouldn't have mattered anyways. So just by virtue of showing up, it would have been a voting yes, despite their objections otherwise. And this was back when Governor Brown was trying to shove down the cap and trade bill regarding licensures for what you would say fossil fuels and all of that other stuff. And it would have gravely impacted the trucking industry, this cap and trade bill. Mm-hmm. And when she couldn't get it passed through Congress or through the state legislature, she decided to pass it through an executive order. So, yeah, Oregon's a state gone wild.
G23 said it's SB 348. and it limits the legal challenge to Marion County only, not all legal challenges.
Yep, exactly. And that is intentionally aimed to undercut the current legal litigation going on that's jamming up 114 right now. Because 114 at the state, both at the state and I think the federal level, were both filed in Harney County. And Marion County is the most southeast district that's so close to the border of Idaho that it's considered mountain time, not Pacific time. But I could be wrong too. But yeah, it is just absolutely bonkers.
Robert Moore is asking, what is his channel about? It tends to be kind of 2A gun related stuff, but it's just me.
Did he mean this channel or Tara's channel?
I don't. Well, he had asked this channel a couple times. I thought, or did I? I don't know. I confused myself. But so, well, I'll finish about this channel. I wanted to do something to support Second Amendment stuff, and then G-Webs, not directly to myself, but in general, would just say, do something. Just do something. And between him and the Yankee Marshal, I decided, well, I'll just make videos. So I started making videos, and I didn't know if anybody would watch. Then I just kind of hoped somebody would get something out of them, and then that turned into doing some live streams, and we talk about whatever kind of want to talk about. I don't get compensated in any way by anybody. It's basically just me, with the help of Baron. It is kind of a big part of especially the live stream stuff. Help keeping this stuff going.
He is greasing the cog's wheel.
Yes, he gets in there and lubes her up pretty good.
If you don't like a topic we cover, you can probably blame me. That's how this works.
Especially if it's a bracket and you don't like the result.
Exactly. Yeah.
I had a buddy at work. He asked me after Wednesday's chat. He's like, "What's the deal with the brackets? I don't understand the brackets. What are you guys talking about brackets?" Because G-Webs keeps asking about the brackets.
Yeah. We did like 4 brackets total?
I don't know.
Maybe 5.
But yeah, I had to explain to him. It's just kind of a running gag about the brackets.
Do you see this? Got a mouse patch coming out.
Holy moly.
It's going to be like 15 minutes.
You watched it here, folks.
Look at that. A DM Files patch. And just a question for G-Webs. You said your dog kind of flips out whenever that sewing machine's going?
No, the old one. The dog used to in the old machine, but this new machine's super quiet. And now the dog has this other little dog. So my other dog is chilled out a lot better, or a lot more than she was back in the day. She used to be a lot more high strung.
And that was Marshmallow.
Yeah. This other dog, turns out, is a good influence on her. Even though he's bad all the time.
Pugs are always a funny influence on people.
Robert Morris said, "Guys, you better buy all you can now. Copper is going to go way up again."
Oh boy.
And then it'll be plentiful, and then it'll up again.
I have this really cool trick where if I don't shoot any of my ammo, I don't need any more.
I kind of would hope that further down the line that ammunition technology and components, at least regarding copper and lead alternatives, would get better and improve down the line. Like, say, for example, the what's that called? The ARX Inceptor polymer rounds.
Mm-hmm.
I watched those through ballistics gel, and holy moly, that's talk about a wound channel and a half. And right now they're, relatively light grain. They're not super heavy. And I'm kind of hoping that somewhere along the line that we develop a technology that just makes them a little bit more denser. And so that way we could have a much more wide variety in grain weights.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the depleted uranium for the home market.
There you go.
Interesting fact about depleting uranium is that as it penetrates through barriers and stuff, all it does is get sharper and shorter. It doesn't get dull.
Oh, Robert Moore is an electrician, so he keeps an eye on the copper prices and stuff.
Well, I think I've made my spiel, and I got a headache to nurse. So
Thanks for coming on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Even though most of it was just me snoring, probably. Or I don't know if you guys could find the parts where I did pass out or not.
Yeah, we could.
Oh damn.
We'll add to it.
Well, at least it's not like the last time I was on a chat with E Honda all those years ago. Oh my goodness. The Memorial Day weekend chat.
I've fallen asleep on our show.
Well, it's not that I got fallen asleep. It's just that I got prophetically drunk like a sailor.
That's worse. That is far worse.
I had the hangovers of all hangovers. So thank God we had the very next day off. So and my boss was kind enough to run me some really, really nice fine powder that's a lot better than Gatorade or Powerade. It's a lot of electrolytes
Tang.
in one little package. It's actually called Aquarius. It's a Japanese product. Highly recommend it if you could get it, unless it's, stupid, what's it called? Stupid import customs ban.
This special mix of meth and fentanyl.
I hope not. So, all right, gentlemen, chat. I leave you in good tidings.
Thanks for jumping on.
Yep. Happy 2A day tomorrow.
Today?
So, yeah, that's right. Today it is midnight. Yeah.
We have crossed the border.
It is
Hey.
the overnight after all.
Ta-da! Later, folks.
Later.
Adios.
I don't know. I did that. I had a really bad hangover when I was working for WSU, and they were redoing all the communication lines, so all the Cat 5 and all that throughout the whole campus. And we were working in one of the dorms, and I was kind of at the point where you're just waiting to throw up. So we're up And it was luckily it was one of the dorms that there weren't a lot of students staying at it. So I just picked a room that was near the elevator so I could sit down and put my head against the wall, but I could hear the elevator. So if my boss came up the elevator, I would know. Pretty much just stayed there until they needed me to open the door. I told the guys, hey, I'm just waiting to throw up. So I'll be over here.
You always feel better after you do, though.
Yeah. When I was living in Tukwila, I was going to ITT Technical College, and I was studying, and my roommate comes home and he goes, "What the hell are you doing?" I said, "I'm studying." I didn't realize I was also drinking, that I drank half a bottle of rum and half a bottle of vodka.
Ugh.
And I woke up into the middle of the night and basically took a little shot of milk so I would throw up, and then felt so much better.
God.
Went and took my midterms with a hangover, and I think I got a B. So worked out in the end. But after that, no, I should have known by then. At some point, I had learned kind of how to drink so that doesn't happen. Drink water the whole time. Start drinking water early. And then pretty much I didn't get hangovers anymore.
Why is that? You just don't drink as much? Because you're full?
No, you get dehydrated. That's what the hangover is.
But if you don't pee, how can you get dehydrated?
But you
just
do
hold it in.
Drink. Well, it's out of your body in your bladder by then, so you're in trouble.
Push it back up into your body.
Will it back in?
Yeah. Pretty crazy. We're watching this live. Of course, it is April 1st. Wouldn't it be funny? Like by the end, he destroys it. He's like, "Fuck you, April 1st." That'd be a good prank.
Yeah, I don't really drink anymore. I just kind of quit. When we moved back to the west side, basically moved away from all my friends and all the people that I would go out with, and just kind of stopped drinking.
Yeah, I found one benefit to not drinking. I stopped getting kicked out of bars.
A lot less black eyes.
Yeah, broken noses. How'd you know?
Well, you told me.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I was always kind of a mellow. I would get even more mellow when I would drink.
I think I got dumber. I think that's a good way to put it.
I just kind of make fun of everybody, but Tara said she didn't drink a drop from 2001 to 2009. Yeah, when we moved opposite side of the state by myself, and then I'm in the liquor store at 10 a.m. and I'm the only person there that isn't, 10 years past retirement. It's kind of, I don't know if I want to be here.
Yeah, I stopped in 15.
I still, if I'm out with somebody to be sociable, and have a beer with them, that, but that's about it. I don't think, I think the last time I even did that, it's been, I think, at my niece's wedding. God, that would have been maybe even 10 years ago. Wow. I don't know. I'm not sure. I have trouble with time. Whether it was a year ago or 10 years ago, all kind of seems the same.
You forget how old you are? That happens to me. I'm like, fuck, how old am I?
I don't, but I don't feel, I don't think that I'm as old as I am, but I'm at the age where I feel like I'm as old as I am. Everything aches, but my brain still thinks I can do things that I could do when I was 20. And then when you go to do them and your body says, the fuck you are, buddy. Sit back down.
Yeah, my body is doing that right now.
But that kind of started back in my 40s. I went to jump over a baby gate when my son was little. And the little voice in my head said, no, don't do it. Do not do it. And then I realized things are changing.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't either. Well, there wasn't really a plan for tonight anyway, so.
I didn't even think I could make it, so. I think as soon as this patch is done, we should end the show. Perfect way.
Robert Moore said, dang, I'm 53 and still hitting it. Have a good night, G23. Oh, he's calling us out. You guys need to step up.
What, hitting the bottle?
I don't know. I will say that stopping smoking was a lot harder than stopping drinking. There's still times where I'll get the urge to smoke. And it's been 18 years since I quit smoking.
I got a cigar I kept. Keep me in to smoke it, but never have.
Yeah, right after I quit, I had a friend gave me some Cuban cigars. And I still have, I hung on to them, but they're all kind of dried out.
I got mine in a sealed glass vial. I don't know how it's doing, though. I'd have to break the seal. Theoretically, it won't dry out, though, right? Theoretically.
I guess. Sergeant Joe Smith says it's the worst show ever.
This show is the worst show ever?
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
Pretty sweet.
Cool.
Where's that other one I was doing?
It was
It's a fox.
Yeah. I thought it was Santa Claus.
That's not helping.
We've been all right. Sergeant Joe Smith. If you missed the beginning, go back and watch the first 7 minutes. It's all about the beginning.
The real prank is the people that kept watching.
Kept watching. Oh, you mean the rest of the show?
Yeah, the rest of the shit show. I mean, Iron Road was snoring like 12 minutes in. That was your first clue.
My co-host snores about 6 to 10 minutes in every show.
Gary said, well, the first 3 or 4 minutes. But he's not sure about the other 4 minutes. Well, we gave Guns and Waters something to listen to. So I've been doing rounds, listening. Was entertaining enough for that.
Well, on that note, we got to put the pillow over the head of this one, right?
Yeah, this was just kind of a for the April Fools. So I appreciate everybody that hung out with us. If you watch this in replay, if you made it this far, you're a trooper, and I thank you.
Or
Leave
you
a
fell
comment. And G-Webs. Oh, wait, hang on. Where is it? Right there. GearWebsites.com for your 2A related stickers, patches, t-shirts, playing cards. And he does web consulting, design, you name it. He can probably hook you up. GearWebsites.com.
Disco is dead. Disco is not dead. Disco is life.
And Wednesday nights, 10:30 Pacific, is Wednesday Night Mouse Party. It's kind of more of a free-form chat. Just hang out and have some fun. Mr. G Webs, is there anything you want to plug?
No, thanks for the show. Thanks for doing the show each night. You're not doing, or each other week. You're not doing over 2 more weeks now.
Well, we'll go back to our regular schedule, so we'll do one next week. I don't know what we'll do it about, but we'll do it about something.
We could do the topic we tricked them into watching the show of.
That'll probably turn them off.
It's just a replay.
Anything you want to plug, Baron?
Yeah, check us out Wednesday. It'll be a lot more fun. I'm not a broken shell on Wednesday. This was not a fun day.
And Tim S was out there listening in. So appreciate everybody that was in the live chat that said something, and those that were listening and didn't say something. I appreciate you too. And those who watch this in replay, leave a comment. Let me know you're out there so I can appreciate you. And hope everybody has gotta find out. There we go. Hope everybody has a good. Every second matters.
You still here? It's over. Go home. No.